Hi, I'm Danielle. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to get ready and show you what kind of a normal look looks like for me so that you have a little bit of a baseline understanding of what I look like on a regular day. I thought that could be helpful, and also just talk a little bit about why I started YouTube and why I decided to do this. This was actually the first video I wanted to film, and it didn't really happen that way, so I'm sure it's not the most entertaining ever, but I just wanted this sort of framework for who I am to be up on my channel, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's get into it. Okay, so my skin is prepped. I did my skincare routine, and then I put sunscreen, which both of the sunscreens I like to use are kind of like primers. I use either the Tatcha Silk and Pore Perfecting Sunscreen or the Supergoop Smooth and Poreless Matte Mineral Sunscreen, and they both are kind of thick and primery. I'm not like a primer Nazi by any means. I don't need it, but those are nice, and I will be outside a lot today, so I wanted to make sure I got some extra sunscreen on. For a base, I use a couple different, there's like a couple different things I'd use on a regular day. Either the Dior Forever, which I've mentioned, the old one that's reformulated, so I'm not going to use this because this technically doesn't exist anymore. Revlon Candid is a new addition to the club, but I'm really enjoying it for the last like month or so. I use the shade, by the way, 250 Vanilla, because I haven't been putting that in the description box. In the summer, I will use Glossier Skin Tint with the Glossier Stretch Concealer a lot, and a lot of the times whenever, I'll just use the Glossier Stretch Concealer with a brush. So that's what I'm going to do today because it's super easy, and I do this on a lot of days. I do wear concealer a lot actually as a base. I'll use the NARS Creamy Radiant a lot and just put that all over my face, but today we're going to use the Glossier Stretch Concealer. So I'm just working that into the brush. This is a brush from By Terry. It's like there's something foundation brush. It doesn't say on it. And then just putting that into the skin. And this is my favorite way to use this. It's like, it becomes, I feel like the coverage is like that of almost like a tinted moisturizer, although I guess it's been a while since I've used a tinted moisturizer. But that's one half of my face done, and one half of my face normal. It just looks more even, nothing special. You know, I'll be the first to say I don't have a lot to cover. I have my skin tone's a little uneven. I have some redness in my cheeks, some veining right here. Right now I have a zit right here that I just popped, but, you know, I'm not trying to create a whole new palette. So for concealer, I'm not super loyal to any one concealer. I do love the Maybelline Age Rewind, you know, little spongy tip concealer. My other favorite, I kind of go back and forth a lot, is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. This is the old packaging of it. I think they've extended their shade range. I use medium, then in parentheses, light medium. I don't know if they still have the same shades. So I'll take the tiniest amount of this. This is nice when I use this base because this base is so glowy and this is so glowy that it makes them go together. If I use a more matte base and then I use this on top, if I don't like to powder my concealer, it looks like two different skins happening. I'm gonna need focusing them here. The reason I don't care that much about concealer is because I don't have dark circles. My eyes are just sunken in, and there's actually not a ton to do about it. So I like to even it out, but I'm still gonna have circles underneath my eyes. I can't really do anything about that. I'm gonna pat that in with one of these mini beauty blenders, which I got for free. Never thought I would use, but I'm finding myself really liking it when I haven't used a beauty blender on the face. I can use it for underneath the eyes, and I'm eating my own words. I really love this little mini guy. Okay, next I guess we'll do a little brow action while everything sort of sets down. So if I'm not filling in my brows, which is most days, and honestly, now that I have bangs, when my bangs are down, I don't do my brows a lot of the days because I don't have to. But I like these two brow gels, and I'll often use them together. The Palladio Brow Styler Tinted Gel in Light Medium, which is super cheap, and then the Hourglass Arch Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel in Warm Blonde, which is this guy. You might have seen this sort of floating around before. It has the sort of crazy wand. So I like to use those two. So what I'll do when I'm using them together is start with the Palladio one because it's a lot darker and it's a lot thinner of a formula. It's not like super, it's not super fibrous like the Arch or like a Boy Brow type product, or Gimme Brow or something like that. So I worked that through a little bit. I'm just gonna look in the mirror, sorry. Clean it up. And it almost just like tints and like defines my eyebrow. And makes it just feel a little bit more full because it's tinted. And then that's when I'll go in with the Hourglass. So I've actually never heard someone correctly describe this thing based on what I learned at the Hourglass store. It has a longer side and a shorter side. The shorter side is for building up the fibers and the longer side is combing through. So they told me to sort of back comb with the shorter side in the back half of my brow, like this, to build up like the volume with it, with the short side I think I mentioned. And then comb through everything with the longer side. And I love the longer side just to comb through regularly. If I'm doing a really quick brow, that's probably what I will do. But I like these two colors because this is a lot lighter than the other one, so it kind of gives a nice, more natural looking brow to have those two colors playing off of each other. So that's that. I'm not talking about my life, who I am and why I started YouTube. It's really hard to do both. I didn't think about that. But I guess while we do the face, I'll just quickly show you what I'm using and then finish up. So I'll go in with my blush, which is Burt's Bees Bare Peach. And oh my god, so many tongue twisters. And bronzer, Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. These are my two go-tos in those categories for obvious reasons. This is just the perfect coral peach blush. It's so good. I use it 90% of days. But yeah, so, I mean, you know my name, and hopefully you've seen it. This isn't your first time here, maybe it is. I guess it doesn't matter. So, I wanted to start a YouTube channel because I love giving people advice about this kind of stuff. I'm like the friend that my friends always call when they're like looking for a new highlighter or not even just makeup. I mean, I might start expanding my content soon, which is a little scary, but I work in fashion. I'm a stylist. I don't work in beauty at all, so I don't really know what I'm talking about, which is sort of which is kind of why I wanted to do this, because I finally found people that I really love that are a little more not fully done, but I'm just out here trying to look like a human every day. Like, I'm not trying to look super done up, but I do love makeup and I do love getting ready, and so I've been trying to find a way to sort of merge those two things. Like, when I go out, I'm often wearing the most makeup of anyone there. Like, if anyone else is wearing makeup, it's like maybe mascara and like a teeny bit of eyeliner. Like, people in my world don't really wear a ton of makeup, and it's really difficult for me to sort of merge this person who like loves to get ready and finds this process like a really great way to start the day, and it's just become a huge part of who I am, and I need to find a way to kind of make myself look just like a person among people that looks like the best version of themselves, not like super molded and only good for a photo, and just I feel like there's a lot more of that sort of floating around in this space, and that's not the kind of makeup I like to do. And I found people who I really admire and that I really like on this platform, and at the same time, I have a lot of friends who haven't been able to find that here and will watch one or two videos and be like, oh yeah, and like not get into like YouTube as a platform, and I love it. And so I kind of wanted to create a space for people, I mean literally my friends and people like that, to have someone to watch that maybe they could relate to more and kind of get into YouTube from there, because I love it so much. I hate to admit it, but I love it so much. I need my highlighter. Hold please. So speaking of YouTube, this is funny. This is probably my most worn highlighter. At the time, I had no idea who this was, but this is from the original Becca Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop collection. It's totally wearing off on the back. It was like they did these split blush and highlighter duos. I don't use the blush that much. As you can tell, it's a little too pink for me. But yeah, I love this little mini champagne pop. I don't know if this is from before or after Becca changed their shimmering skin perfector formula. But it might be because this feels a lot different than when I like go in store and swatch them. But I know this is a pretty sort of, can become a pretty blinding highlight. I use a really soft hand up and just dip and put that on my high points. Down the nose a little bit, not on the tip of the nose, very important. I like to do a little here. And that's the base done. So eyes, I want to use, I usually go in with like a single, or there's one or two palettes that I like to go in with for every day, and one of them is the Tartelette Toasted palette. I love this. I'm so happy I bought this. I feel like after it came out, people haven't talked about it that much, but it's so amazing, and it's just the best possible warm palette. It just has everything you could need. And this is about to be, if you're watching this actively when I post it, about to be on sale for the Ulta, whatever, 21 Days of Beauty. It's about to be like half off. So if you've thought about it or you need a warm tone palette, it's so good. It's so, so good. So I'm just going to do something quick with this, like I would do again, like an everyday kind of vibe. It has a great mix of shimmers and metallics. I love it. So I'm going to go in with Latte and just kind of put that in my crease. I'm also not, I don't like to generally be very precise with my makeup. I like to make it quick. I like to make it easy. I like to make it adaptable for me. If I'm, going to a wedding or somewhere really nice, I'll be a little more delicate, but for every day, I just kind of fling it on and hope for the best. And I know I have enough tricks up my sleeve now that I can like do that and sort of manipulate things the way I want to do them without making them a crazy mess. But yeah, I don't like to be so precise about the way I do things. Next, on a smaller brush, I'm going to take a little bit of Warmth, which is this shade. This was the first shade. This is the shade we're using now. And I'm going to put that more defined in the crease. I'm also going to take that same brush with Warmth and put that in the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take just any kind of packing brush, and I guess we'll use Simmer, which is this more true sort of bronzy shade, and put her on the lid. Sorry, I need the mirror. So I put that in like the first kind of half of my lid. I'm gonna go back with that original shade Latte on the same original brush and just buff that back into the crease to blend everything in. Sort of make that a little more blown out. And I like that. I like that a lot. That would be a classic everyday thing for me. So I'll go in with liner and mascara now. My favorite liner for the waterline, I think I mentioned this before, is the NARS Kohl Liner in Sorrento. It is their brown color. And I like mini mascaras. I have a lot of them. Like either 100 Point Perks, or I used to get a Sephora Play Box, and I would get a lot of them in there. I mean, I really like little mini mascaras, or like free gifts with purchase. Or one time I got one of those like Sephora sets with all mini mascaras. They still last, like they last as long as they're supposed, like the 3 months that you're supposed to have a mascara, 3 to 6 months. And then I don't feel bad that I'm throwing out product. And so far, like, nothing's really dried up on me before that period of time. So now it feels so wasteful to have a full tube of mascara for me, because I'm like, well, I should throw this away in 6 months. If I don't, I feel like a gross person, even though I don't plenty of times. And if I do, then there's product left, and it feels so silly to me. So that's why I like little mini sample mascaras. But I'm gonna quickly put my eyeliner on off camera, eyeliner and mascara on off camera, and then I will be back to talk about lips. So there's that. I don't think I mentioned that the one I chose today was the Milk Kush Mascara, which is not my all-time favorite, but I do enjoy it. It's nice when the 100 Point Perks are like newer mascaras that everyone loves, because I finally get to try them. So that is that. And there's the eyes done for you. So then probably my 2 all-time favorite lip colors are either NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Abu Dhabi, or NARS the Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in Welkery. No one ever talks about this color, and it is the best color ever. It might be a little too dark for this look, but I'm going to go in and try it so you guys can get an idea of it, because it is the best addition to every collection in my opinion. I'm just sort of blurring that in with my fingers. That's fine. I might not wear something so extreme on the eyes with this on the lips on a normal day. It's like a little much for me, but I do enjoy it. I should also mention that I wear glasses. So a lot of the time I'm thinking about how my makeup looks. Ooh, my glasses are dirty. Well, look, with my glasses on. So I guess that's a good thing to let you know in this kind of failure getting to know me video. I hope I said everything I wanted to say. I feel like I said nothing I wanted to say. But, oh, last step. I like to use this Rosewater Glycerin spray from Heritage Store. You find them, it's like that Whole Foods Rosewater spray, but I get the Rosewater Glycerin one because that's basically what, like, Max Fix Plus is a glycerin water spray. So I figured this was my, like, Rosewater healthy Whole Foods substitute. I usually like to do that after my powders and not always once I've had mascara on, but sometimes I forget. So now that I'm shiny and wet, that's the final look. I will, I'll bring you in, I'll dry my face off, and then I'll bring you in to see closer what it looks like. So this is it close up in better light. I'll take my glasses off again. That's what the eyes look like. Favorite lip color. And that's that. You know, like I said, normal human, but just a slightly better version of myself. That's what I call my look. So that's everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully I'll have some more stuff up here for you. I missed last Friday. I apologize. I have to get used to this. This is weird for me. This is like very weird for me. But I'm enjoying it a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video and just got to know a little more about me and what I'm really going after with my makeup. I wish I had talked more about myself, but I'm sure more of that will come in time. I will get more used to this, but thank you so much. And if you like this video, you can press the like button. You can subscribe to my channel down below. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you soon. Bye.